Hi, I'm Dana with Diggin In with Dana, and today I have a friend of mine with us today, and his name is Aaron Childs with BAMM Tickets. So thank you for coming, Aaron. I appreciate
Absolutely.
it.
Thank you for having me.
Just wondering, want to tell us a little bit about BAMM Tickets, because I know
about
what it
BAMM.
is, but we need to share the word.
Well, BAM, okay. Well, I appreciate that. So, BAM Tickets, diving right into it, I guess, is just a ticketing platform, right? That we originally started, but it's turned into a full-on ticketing and booking software. So, it's event organization, business organization, all in one. And I guess our thing is we've worked with organizers in order to make it what they want it to be. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
So now that we know what we're going to be talking about, because I jumped the gun because I got excited about BAM Tickets.
I made sure to, wear all the
I see the advertising.
monograms here.
Perfect.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask you, okay, so who are you with the business, and what is
Okay.
your history? How did it come about? That kind of thing. Tell me a little bit about Aaron.
Okay.
That's what I want to know.
Well, I'm the CEO and founder. My brother and I actually had started on. I actually started doing some software, and then my brother was like, "Hey, let's do some. Let's really dig into it."
Yeah. It's gone
You like
again.
that?
Yeah.
Right?
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen to me for sure. So whatever.
So, but so digging in with Dana and digging in with BAM Tickets is what we decided to do. But actually, it started off, and my history is really just always marketing for small local businesses.
Yeah.
And we wanted to do something that would be, I wanted to do something that was in the software field. And I started building out a business directory. And at that point, we were kind of talking with some people. We talked with the city of Chandler, and they had asked us if we could do some tickets for a local event that they were doing. So we actually started looking to who we would work with.
Right.
And, working with somebody really kind of important, because we were just going to link with one ticketing platform. And people started saying, well, we don't like this, we don't like that about them.
Yeah.
And finally, my brother actually come up and said, he says, we need something to work on. What do we work on next? I really didn't know, because I'd just been overwhelmed that week. I said, what do you think? And he goes, I think we should do the ticketing side of things. I go, okay, let's do that. He goes, I think we should build it out ourselves. I was like, build it out ourselves. Well, that's going to be a complete pivot from what we were really originally doing. But because he's like the Michael Jordan of development, I said, okay, let's really look at what we could do. And he put together a minimal viable product, and that was in 2017. Mm-hmm. And from that point forward, we went forward and tried to figure out if we could do it. We sold a couple tickets to a beer tasting in Chandler. And from that point forward, we just kept saying, hey, if we can sell one ticket, we can sell a bunch.
Yeah. And the platform itself is super easy to use. So anybody that's looking to sell tickets, they would reach out to you, and then you set up an account or whatever, and then it's super easy. From then, it's a website link, correct?
Yes.
For the person that's using the ticket platform.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
and that's kind of what we've really focused on is oversimplifying things. You have, and I'll throw them right out there underneath the bus, and Ticketmaster's really struggling. Live Nation is struggling. And the reason they're struggling, any corporation is going to do this. You have original founder, they came out in the 80s, they wrote this stuff. It looks like MS-DOS on the back end. And what that relates to, and for organizers out there, is it's really tough, very difficult to get to the basic functions of what they need. Mm-hmm. So we come up with a thing where it's just quick actions, where they can literally hit the buttons for 80% of what they're really wanting to get done, and they have it at their fingertips. So they don't have to go searching. They don't have to have old school drop-down menus. This is really, I say everything that we do is trying to gamify, what you're playing with. You want to log in, you want to see how many tickets you've sold,
Yeah.
You want to pull up that report real quick. You want to know who all's doing what. This gives you that ability to just go on there and do that.
Yeah.
So, and
it's
everybody's loving it.
I will testify to this, that it's so much easier than worrying about paper tickets or getting a hard copy to somebody, because it's all digital, and they can walk up with their phone, you scan it, and away they go.
Right.
And you don't have to touch any money during this process. So that's kind of a value when you're an event coordinator or something, and to have it be so easy where all you do is put the link out there and then people just go and do their business and then you just scan their ticket.
Right.
So it's super easy, and there's marketing that you provide with that as well, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, you know,
for events.
Yeah, for our platform, you know, we have some other new built-in tools that'll be coming out sometime in April or May. We have a brand new update coming out on April 1st that we're really excited. We'll launch that with one of our particular clients. I kind of call it the amusement park update. It really offers a lot of things to basically run an entire amusement park. So if we can run an amusement park, I feel that we can run a single day, a multi-day event with no problem.
Yeah.
And
also there you can do tickets on your platform that you don't have to pay for. So like you need a count of people that are going to attend or RSVPs, that kind of thing, right? You can still do that without having to exchange money for tickets. So though there's other platforms out there that are doing it, I believe that yours is easier to use for that.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
So,
and we've had a lot of people saying that. If you go now, we've been getting more reviews lately of just people really, and we're asking for those, right? You know, like anybody does, ask for you to review us, and that's really some of the number one things: customer service, ease of use. And you would think that would be kind of a thing that they've already figured out with all these platforms, but they haven't, and that makes us different.
Yeah, and you're local. You're
We're
Arizona local. That's what we like to.
Yes.
So give back to the community and all that stuff.
Right. You know, our dollars stay here, and we do business with other people. Deneen out there at Lake Pleasant started her shop where she does embroidery, right? And so we're doing the Peoria Country Music Festival, which is a local event, and then she starts doing embroidery. So she's embroidering our shirts and hats and stuff like that moving forward. You know, so it's things like that, and then we totally believe in supporting local. You know, again, it's kind of where things are at. We've kind of pulled away from corporations and try to be that. And I think that's our main goal, even though as we grow out of state, which we have accounts out of state and everything, we look to help them on a very local level, getting involved with, local chambers or local businesses, Facebook groups, stuff like that, just to kind of immerse ourselves. And people find us a really valuable partner in that on that level. Again, back to the marketing of the events, we want to do that. And we kind of know some good strategies that we've seen work for people that are low or no cost that help, and we do that, and it helps.
Yeah. So some of the big events that you've done around town, I know the Scottsdale Arabian Horse Show.
Yes, just
the Rodeo Scottsdale, Peoria Country Music Festival thing that they have going on. What are some of the other ones that I may not be familiar with that are huge events that you've sold thousands and thousands of tickets, sold out events? Yeah. I mean, that matters to people, you know, when they can see that you not only take care of the small ones, but the humongous events too. Sure.
Well, we do a lot of festivals, and we do comedy shows and beer tastings, wine tastings.
Yeah.
You know, just hit me now. I'm like, what are all the events that we've done?
Yeah.
And we do, but we also have just events on a regular basis that we sell tickets to, and that really adds up. But to kind of hang our hat on a few other things without getting into it, but we're official ticket partner with West World of Scottsdale, so that's getting us new accounts out there, and that really helps. And then we also have a big concert series going on with some big names out there. Frankie Ballard. I think they have Eli Young Band, some really big country artists. This Big Seven concert series going on in Houston.
Yeah.
And we have other ones of that concert series that'll be going on across the country. We have some big stuff going on down there in Tucson. Benson, Arizona, we've got the Cochise Country Music Festival.
Oh, wow.
That's bringing in people like Clay Walker, Joe Nichols.
You think you can hook me up?
Right?
for a small ticket.
Hey, is there any way?
Just a Clay
little
Walker.
Meet and greet, maybe.
Yeah, it's too funny.
Yeah, it's really awesome to see this. And for us, it's really fun because when you have these really big names that you think would only sell tickets through Ticketmaster, and now you start doing that, you go, wow, this is pretty awesome.
Yeah, and I think do nationwide, right?
Yeah,
you can do tickets for anywhere. Anytime.
We have events right now in Florida, South Carolina, Texas, Arizona, California, and more more coming on board. Definitely the rodeo world, RS
Yeah.
Rodeo, right?
Yeah.
So we thanks really to you too. You've been instrumental, as with all of our relationships. We always thank everybody. Sometimes it just comes up kind of out of the blue where, you're working with somebody like yourself, and then they put out a small referral, which is what you did for us, and that blossomed into a lot of other opportunities, and we couldn't thank you enough for that. I mean, that's been enormous for us. Enormous for us.
I'm glad I was able to help in a small way. But
Yeah.
don't forget us little people when you get so huge,
That's always sounds so great. Like, don't forget us little people. And I'm like, I don't know that I'll ever feel like a big people.
I know, right?
I always feel like the little people. And I think that's really, when it comes down to BAMM Tickets, what our mission is to really not stay little. We want to be large, so we have the power to really help all these events and stuff like that. But we want to stay small in a way that people feel like they can always get a hold of us. They can always have a relationship with us, and always be able to get a hold of somebody. And that's really big.
Key. Yeah.
Yeah, it really is.
So if somebody was out there and they wanted to set up their platform or something, what's the steps that they would have to do?
So real easy. They just go to our website, bammtickets.com.
What is that again?
bammtickets.com. BAMM Tickets.
BAMMtickets.com.
I know everybody does that too. They're like, BAMM. They be walking around and like, BAMM. Just see the logos. It works, right? We got that. But we're 2 M's. I might want to tell you why we did that. But
me.
BAMM Tickets is BAMM Tickets.com. So they go there, and then they go to the bottom. They hit a link that says Start Selling.
Okay.
And they'll need their bank account information, so their bank number and their routing number. And once they do that, they can go right into the event, set it up, and literally have tickets up and selling in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
They just need a poster, a description, what they're going to sell their tickets for, how many tickets, and let's go. I mean, we're ready to go. We've actually handled many people thought it was going to be very difficult to get on there, but we have an online system, so it really makes it easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But,
so how the 2 M's?
Yeah, 2 M's. So as embarrassing as it is, we were looking for all sorts of different domain names, and a lot of them that we came up with, I can't even think off the top of my head, because I would love to kind of share that with you, but I can't remember what we came up with. They were really cool names, but they were already taken. And so I was just like, we have a concept, we have the software, we're doing this stuff, we need to come up with a name. And so I'm going through GoDaddy, I'm just kind of checking things out, and I come up on BAMM, and I'm like, BAMM Tickets is available. And so I hit my brother up right away. He's our IT guy, super smart guy, very smart. And the moment I said, we got BAMM Ticket, he goes, I looked up, and he's like, nope, taken. And I go, what do you mean it's taken? He goes, yeah, it's taken. I was like, no. And he goes, well, send it to me. So I sent him the link, and he goes, Aaron, BAMM spelled with 1 M. And I go, well, not ours.
Not now.
So I just made the M a little bit bigger at the end, just kind of being
Just like,
funny.
BAMM.
And then I went with that as far as the design of the logo to just be like, let's just go with it. And we rank really good on Google, and I think that's all that really matters when people type in whatever they want. So. And people mostly come to our website through just event search for other local businesses. So, and that also provides them with additional marketing back to their event and everything. And I think that's really key too, is that we're doing that additional step there to just kind of help them get the word out about their event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's pretty cool, and it's simple, and it's catchy. So I see nothing but success for you guys. I mean, I know from the beginning, it's been a journey, to say the least, huh?
5 years.
Yeah.
5
And so
years.
now things have turned, and I think you guys are going to be like bigger than anybody else. Any of those others. We won't say their names. But
I don't care, but we're coming after you.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
No, yeah.
So, Aaron, tell me what you like to do for fun.
What I like to do for fun. Well, really, it's been work.
I mean, had much fun since it started.
Yeah, I mean, the fun part for me is once the day-to-day is really over with, or it's never really over, but once we have that done, and we're out there and we're at an event and we're seeing things go, that's the fun.
Yeah.
The fun for me really has been, because we're an events-based business, the fun is going out to the event, checking out. So we get there and we work a little bit, make sure everything's running fine, and shaking hands, kissing babies, whatever. And then we check out the event. And oftentimes, when there are big acts coming on and stuff, we kind of have some backstage access.
Yeah.
Some VIP treatment, which is nice to just kind of be able to go, oh, no, this is the ticketing guy. Let's,
Yeah. So I should get a shirt that says BAMM on it and just sneak around. That's what I should do.
A lot of power in it right there. It's all in how you work it.
Yeah.
But, that's really become the fun. I used to race mountain bikes, and I used to be in a lot better shape. And I want to get back into doing that. That was always a passion of mine. I did a lot of riding. But that's the thing. I think I wanted to kind of gain some freedom, kind of get things really going. And, we transitioned from a traditional marketing company doing a lot of traditional things to really wanting to create something more scalable and something that help people in the masses. We thought that was going to be a business directory. Come to find out, it's ticketing and booking software.
Yeah.
So, it's been fun to just go out there and see these events going off and go and watch our scanners, people using our equipment and stuff and just going, look at that we did that.
Yeah.
It's
That's
really
cool.
It's a lot of fun in that.
Yeah.
And then I guess the other part is, camping and fishing, do a lot of off-roading. I said, well, I'll do a lot of off-road. I want to do a lot of off-roading. We try to do as much as we can. Last year we had a couple weeks that we were able to really dive in and looked like I took a sabbatical, but that was super fun.
Yeah.
And really planning on doing some things this summer with the boys and just family time, and sometimes just even long road trips and stuff. We're singing songs and having a good time and taking little naps here and there. It's just, and just enjoying life.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about.
Downtime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely got to have the downtime.
Yeah. And then you do video and stuff too, right?
Yep.
Is that something that's more of a hobby nowadays, or is it more of tied in with your BAMM stuff?
Yeah, video. So we still do video production. We really do it for Dylan's barbecue and doing some videos with you occasionally. But we've really pulled back on any of the video stuff. Not even pulled back. Just it's hard for me to get time now to do it because it is very time consuming. Not only the shoot but the edit of everything. I do have a passion for it. I mean, it's definitely a fun, and so I try to utilize those skills sometimes to help some of these local events.
Yeah.
If we have time, we do that. But yeah, I still love video, and I plan on doing more videos. We do our vacations and stuff like that with the off-roading. You use that, get the drone up in the air, and kind of set up a tripod shot, and then back up, and then drive again. So a lot of that.
It's definitely a talent of yours to be able to do that. I mean, just from a 30-second commercial to a whole vacation video, that's a lot of work.
It is.
It is a lot of work, and I think that you do so well with that stuff, and I can see how you would find that it's fun, but it's still kind of work too at the same time.
Right.
Putting it all together.
Oh yeah. I mean, if I could tell anybody, if you're even thinking that, hey, you love a camera and stuff, it's probably good to get some of those skills because you can really make some, capture some magical moments with yourself. And even if you don't edit it right away, I still have some footage. I'm like, well, I could make something out of it. And I've had some of those moments where either, we kind of look back at it for a birthday or an anniversary. Somebody's wanting to make a promo video in the future, and I've actually still have the footage.
Oh, yeah.
To even the sadder moments where I had a DJ friend of mine pass away, and then it's like, oh man, I had some of the last footage of him performing. So there's those moments in video that capture something more than a picture, right?
Yeah.
It's like 1,000 pictures, and it's fun to capture those moments.
You need a couple of clones of you.
Oh yeah, don't we all?
To make sure all of it gets done.
Right, don't we all?
Yeah.
Right, that comes in scalability.
Yeah.
It's if I can give word of advice to people who are looking to even start their business or do that sort of thing, is really the scalability of things. How you look at going into business. When it comes down to your time, you want to duplicate that, and that requires processes and systems. And a lot of what has got us to where we're at was reading a book by Michael Gerber called E-Myth. That's why most small businesses fail. And it really goes into sharing a lot of stories about these larger corporations with Herb Kelleher and Lee Iacocca with the Chrysler Corporation.
Oh, yeah.
How they really turned those businesses around on these core principles, and
Right.
it shows you kind of what you need to look at as far as growing a business and really making something. So that's really what got us down this path of going, I need to create more of myself. What can I do? Well,
Yeah.
we've done that with the software to be able to say, okay, well, we have these things going on all across the United States. I don't have to be there.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
so that kind of ties back into that. But
Super
that's one of my
cool.
passions too, is just business management and kind of business growth. I love it.
Yeah.
Always been a passion of mine. Even when you're like, I'm just tired, like getting beat up by the process, because it's not all just sunshine and rainbows or whatever they call
Right.
it. So it's one of those things where you got to kind of go into it and think we're going to do this. We're going to have fun with it. When the days are not so great, we're just going to get through it. So
Yeah.
a lot of grinding.
Yeah. So, okay, a couple of questions. I have to do this at the end every time now. It's become a thing. What's your favorite ice cream?
Favorite ice cream? I'm pretty much a vanilla guy, unless it's Cold Stone Creamery. I do a coffee ice cream, then with chocolate chip cookie dough and pecans.
Oh.
Yeah, extra chocolate
You're
chip
fancy
cookie dough.
with your ice cream.
Well, I can't. I can be plain Jane, just vanilla, or
You're not just like a vanilla soft serve kind of guy.
well, I can,
Oh,
but
okay.
I can.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it just depends on what I'm craving. But we definitely like ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so hamburger. Where's your favorite burger place to get a burger in town?
Yeah, I'd love to, because I love small local businesses. But in this one, I just go to Fuddruckers. It's a classic for me.
Yeah?
I love.
I don't even know if we have a Fuddruckers on my side of town. I know we used to, but
Not
I don't
many
know
of
if
them
it's
left.
still open anymore.
Not many of them left. The one that we have out here by us is occasionally closed. You just go there and it's like, oh, it's closed. They're
Yeah.
like, we didn't have enough people show up or whatever. I think they're definitely struggling. It's not due to the lack of a great hamburger, though.
Yeah, that's your favorite burger, huh?
That really is my favorite.
Yeah.
And I've had a lot of them, because
Yeah.
being a foodie and having a show on YouTube and going around and going to all these local businesses and,
Yeah.
burger and pizza joints are some of my favorite ones to visit. Ice cream too. But, been through a lot of burgers, and I just love their burger. I really do. Yeah, that's a good question.
So here's another one: Italian or Mexican food? Which is your favorite?
Oh, which is my favorite? That is so tough. If I had to lean one way or the other, I think being out here in Arizona, I want to say I lean towards Mexican food. I want to say it is a close call, because I really like I like pizza. I love a good chicken parm, but at the same time, I've got a local business out here, Rio Rico Mexican Grill, and they do a Camarones al Chipotle. So when you bring up Mexican food, not only do tacos rule,
Yeah.
I mean, I got a shirt that says it, but I know I'm cheesy like that. I got total dad shirt with tacos, but
Yeah.
that right there is tacos and the Camarones al Chipotle. It's a chipotle sauce on top of some shrimp, served with rice and beans. And they make the best margarita in town, too.
Oh, okay.
Absolute best margarita. If you want a house margarita that is just so on point, hand-squeezed limes and just absolutely delicious. I don't know. I swear he put something additional in there. He's told me, like, oh, no, it's just these basic ingredients. I'm like, I don't know about
He
that.
got something secret in there.
I think so. I think they
okay.
do. But so that's what pulls me so much. We have some great food places
Yeah.
that on both sides of that fence there. That what a tricky question. I wish I would have known that ahead of time.
I wasn't.
You're
gonna
trying
let
to pull
know
these.
it. Yeah, these are secret questions.
Right.
Yeah. Well, thank you
So,
for
yeah.
coming on today with me. I sure appreciate it,
No.
because I've known you for a long, long time, and usually it's the opposite. You're always asking me questions and stuff, or telling me what to say
Right.
because we're doing video or something. So I'm so lucky that you provide BAMM tickets for our other business and everything, and
Yeah.
it's a blessing to know you, and I'm glad that you came on here and talked about it today.
Yeah. Well,
So,
thank you.
yeah.
Thank you for having me on
Yeah.
and it kind of let me share the story. It's kind of fun to kind of be able to do that
Yeah.
every now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so everybody needs to check out BAMM Tickets with 2 M's online, BAMMtickets.com. And Aaron Childs, grateful for you always. Thank you for joining us. And tune in next time for Digging In with Dana, and we'll see y'all then.
Digging in with Dane.